when did the Ice Age end? We know that humans were around when it ended because artifacts like spearheads have been found associated with mammoth carcasses. The flood was around 2350 to 2500 BC, somewhere around there. Beginning immediately after the flood, snow and ice built up for about 500 years right after the flood. Then continental glaciers melted over about a 200-year period, leaving only glaciers in the alpine regions and in mountains, and we still see some of those today, of course.
Now, that would place the end of the Ice Age somewhere around 1700 BC. Well, that's during the time when the Hebrews were slaves in Egypt.
Yeah, it was during the Ice Age that the events of the Tower of Babel took place, that migrants from Shinar crossed the Bering Strait on the Bering Land Bridge, which existed at that time, and arrived in North America. Some may have built boats. I mean, Noah built a big boat. They could have built boats and followed the coast. There are legends, actually, among some North American Aboriginals that speak of crossing the frozen sea. It's very interesting.
Now, there's another evidence that the Ice Age ended within the historical period, that is, the past 3,000 to 4,000 years, not 11,000 years ago as many propose.
Right, yeah.
That is the presence of submerged ruins off the coasts of the continents. These submerged structures were built when water levels were lower because a lot of the seawater was being stored on land in the form of continental glaciers.
Yeah, when the glaciers began to melt, the sea level rose and the structures were submerged. For example, Heracleon and Canopus are two cities that guarded the gateway to Egypt. They're both near the mouth of the Nile River, just northwest of Alexandria.
Pavlopetri was a residential town off the coast of Greece that covered more than 30,000 square meters and included many buildings and streets. You can see a portion of it sketched out here based on what has been found so far. It was submerged around 1000 BC.
The shore temple of Mahabalipuram and the remains of a vast city about 5 miles long and 2 miles wide in the Bay of Cambay, almost 80 kilometers off the coast of India. Both of those are off the coast of India.
There are also ruins of a city stretching for kilometers along the Yucatan Channel that runs between Cuba and Yucatan, Mexico.
Yeah, man, what a massive impact the end of the Ice Age had.